Idly ho there, neighbours. I hope everyone's well. So today's been a busy day, and so I'm a little bit knackered, as the English might say. A little bit tired. But I thought I'd come on and, ramble some more. I finally got to watch the Titansgrave Chapter 1 today, and it was as good as I expected it to be, honestly. They are able to do a level of production value that most people can't. With all of the artwork and the graphic effects and the various editing techniques that they used, I don't think anybody can really do the same kind of thing. And which is a shame, because I think it's a neat thing that they're doing. But if it gets more people excited about gaming, I'm cool with that. And I really like the game that they're playing. It looks a little old school, but with enough sort of newer things to make it still have something for people who prefer more of an occasional narrative control moment. And also, as I slowly discover more about the setting from watching, the more I like the setting. I got in a discussion with some friends today about rifts, and one of the things we were happy about was there's word that rifts is going to be done in Savage Worlds. That there will be a Savage Worlds Rifts port. I will believe this when I see it. Not that I have anything against the guys who do Savage Worlds. They do good work. But Palladium has not always played well with others. So I'm hoping that it turns into a thing. Because my only real complaint with Rifts overall is the rule system. Rifts was not invented as the rule system for Rifts is the same rule system that they used for a bunch of games before Rifts came along. And they tried to more or less just sort of adapt it into being the system for Rifts, and it doesn't work. But, I love the setting. So, if they come out with it in a Savage World version, I will probably check it out. And Titansgrave makes me think of Rifts. It's got sort of the tech and the fantasy and the wackiness that kind of comes from those two things mixing together. They also referenced one of my favorite cartoons when they were making it, which was Thundar the Barbarian. And I love Thundar the Barbarian probably more than is healthy. But yeah, having watched the first full episode, I don't expect actual plays to be able to even try to do that. Because unless your actual play is being produced by film school students, I doubt you're going to have the equipment, the time, or the skills necessary to do quite that much. But it is a good production, and I do like it. So I will probably keep watching. Also, 40-minute episodes certainly helps. Now, I wanted to show off a bit of an acquisition I picked up today. This is what I got from a local game store today. Now, for those of you who are familiar with my Gazetteer reviews, this sort of ties into that because Mystara was originally a D&D basic setting and experts and all the box sets, and this is a product designed to convince people to move it to your second edition AD&D. Now, there's not a lot of... It's weird. It's a weird product. I'm going to say that up front. First, yeah, this happens. This comes off. Alright. Now, beyond that, got a little booklet of information towards the back. These are mainly handouts. These are things that you could hand out to people about, like, here's a spell list. And here's some wizard character sketches. And, oh, hold on. Wizard character sketches. So, a lot of imagery. Here's a map. It's a lot of handouts, is what it is. It's a lot of handouts. And I'm not actually all that certain that I'm thrilled with that, but, let me take a look here. I've got some more sheets of spell lists, some extra rules in here. So, I mean, there's some stuff in there. But the sort of entertaining thing for people who do handouts and such is it's got some handouts. Here's your standard sort of, here's a map of the inn that you're in. And here's an alley, and you might run a combat in that kind of alley. And, so you want people to see where they're at. Here's a good one. Yeah, so this would be a great thing that, alright, this is what you see when you come into the room. So there's a lot of that kind of stuff in there, which, in and of itself isn't bad. But say that's not your first thing, Alright, we got some maps. We got some more images. Okay, fine. These are the sort of things that you want at the table because they make it easier for people to get a picture of where they're going. And let's see right there. And what kind of places they're in. So it's got some advantages there. This makes a great little handout for a map of where you're going, things like that. But then you get some fun stuff. Bargle the Infamous. This would be a great thing to, like, as an adventure hook. Hey, you could go get this guy. This is, you see this hanging on a wall, and you guys are bounty hunters, so you might go after him. So it's a lot of that kind of stuff. And some other sort of wackiness along those lines. Here's one that I kind of want to see at a LARP sometime. Now hiring successful adventurer seeking dependable, reliable, trustworthy henchmen. Decent working conditions, plenty of adventuring opportunities. Hurry, limited time offer, will not be repeated. No orcs need apply. Why you gotta hate on the orcs, man? Why you gotta hate? Here's a diploma from the Karmikan School of Magecraft. Karamikan, sorry. And, see here. Ooh, and got a sheet here that's the Galantry School of Magic, and you can have a section where you have your subjects and what grade you got, and comments from your instructors. I mean, it's nice little sort of puts a little touch of interesting things in there. We got a license for people to be members of a church, things like that. So it's handouts. Really, it's a handout. It's mainly made up of like handouts that you would give at the table to give people stuff to work with. There's even a last will and testament, which is neat. And you can list all your assets and where they should go. I mean, it's interesting there. It's got some, how to make backstories for your characters. It's an interesting thing. I like it. Even includes some rules for specialist wizards, which in, second edition was a thing. Yeah, I think I paid too much for it, honestly. But, and I'm pretty sure that it left out some stuff. So, so I'm a little annoyed there. But, I think that it is still interesting, and I thought people might like to see it. So I'm gonna call it here. I'm at 10 minutes, 11 minutes. I've got to go and hopefully buy a car tomorrow. So wish me luck there. And I'll talk to you later. Goodbye now.